What's up guys, Nick Rapaz here and welcome to the Paradise C6 YouTube channel. Today we're not going to be working on this. We're going to pull the Datsun out, put it off to the side. I did buy a tarp so I can cover over all this stuff because I'm pretty much at a standstill with this until the stuff comes in for the dustless sandblasting and I pick up the power washer, which the dustless sandblaster attachment for the power washer I just ordered last night and will be here within like 4 or 5 days, but I am going to Florida on Saturday to Wednesday. So it'll probably be next week that we actually get to this. So I figured I'll pull this outside, cover it up, make sure that this is okay for the elements because we are gonna get snow the next couple days. So at least none of it will actually get onto the inside. And when I get back, I'll probably spray this with Simple Green and get everything cleaned, and then we will hook up the attachment and start dustless sandblasting this and getting it down to nothing so we can get this thing going. But for now, I did pick up all the stuff to finish all the walls. My dad did get the last few bits of insulation. He actually found it on OfferUp. It was like, I think 60 bucks for 8 rolls, which is literally less than half the price if I bought it at Home Depot. So super excited to actually get all these walls finished up. So we're gonna get everything out of here, get everything off the walls. We'll get all the wood, all the insulation, and then before I head to the gym, I just want to get the Corvette sitting in here. So this way, tomorrow after work, we'll come in here and we'll just start pulling apart all the stuff that we need so we can get the headers off, and we'll start building turbo manifolds. So got a lot of good stuff coming up, but let me put you guys down. I'll put you in time lapse, and we'll get to John Deere and get this thing pulled out. So we got everything in here. These are the 8 bags. I'm pretty sure I'm only gonna need about 6, but we got extra just in case we need it, and I know I can use it in my basement if I don't. I got 18 pieces of plywood, so we can finish off all the plywood. I'll end up moving that stuff first, but I think since this side's gonna be the easiest, I'm gonna finish up the last few pieces of insulation here and then start getting the wood up on this wall, and same thing, finish up that little insulation there and see if we can get this whole wall done in the next like hour or two and that corner, and then we'll rearrange stuff and move stuff around. I might actually save that one until I can get some help and get this motor out of here. So I'm gonna see what I can do with the forklift and then get that stuff out of here after we get most of this stuff up. So let me, I'm not gonna record any of this stuff. It's gonna be like boring, tedious work. So I'll just check in with you guys when we finish up. Hopefully we can get the Corvette in tonight, and if not, we'll get it in tomorrow. It's supposed to rain, so I was kind of hoping to get it in tonight, but either way, it'll be all right. So let me get to it, and I'll check in with you guys when I finish up. All right, guys, so we got one wall done, as you guys can see here. It's taken me about an hour and a half to get this done by myself, cutting the insulation, getting everything ready. I made it up to where I need to cut more insulation, and I'm just gonna leave it at this for now, and we'll come back tomorrow and get the rest of these walls done. It is just me, so it's just me holding it up, and as you guys can see, all the the boards, because when we poured the concrete, I didn't get exactly I got 4 inches, and I was planning for 6, and I didn't even think about it that the floor wasn't going to be high enough. So you can see we got about a 2-inch gap all the way around. And so what I'm doing is I'm pushing the wood up to the ceiling, and then you guys can't really see it from here, but there's that 2-inch gap I was telling you about. But I'm pushing all the wood up to the ceiling, and then I'll come in with some trim board all the way across and finish it off that way so it looks nice and clean. And then eventually we'll get to painting the walls, but that'll be a little bit later on because I want to get into the Corvette. That's probably going to take a good solid 2 weeks just to get the manifolds built up. And then once we get them up, then I'll take them off, and we'll go and get them TIG welded and heat treated, so they'll get a ceramic coating on them so they won't so it'll dissipate some of the heat, because I'd rather not wrap them. I'd rather just do a full ceramic coat on them and be done with it. And yeah, so hopefully I can get this done tomorrow. We can get the Corvette pulled in tomorrow afternoon. I did get a bit of a late start because I did have to run to my father's to get the insulation. Then I had to go to Home Depot and get this and the tarp that you saw that we put on the 240. So I'm going to finish up putting some stuff away and head to the gym. And I'll check in with you guys tomorrow morning. All right, see you tomorrow. All right, guys, so we got most of the main walls done on both sides. The only one I have left is this back wall, but I'm gonna need help to get this motor and transmission out before I start moving around stuff and getting that stuff up. But that stuff will go up quick, and I do need help for the top corners up there. Just an extra set of hands just to hold the boards up as we screw them in for both sides. And then all the interior is pretty much done, except for, like I told you guys, the footing all the way around that I got to put in. But other than that, it's coming along good. I just cleaned up a lot, and tomorrow I'm going to come in and probably move most of this and definitely get the insulation and stuff out, because we don't need that. That's going to go in the basement. I need that there. And just move stuff around and get the Corvette in here. I don't really want to just rush it in here just to have it in here when I still have a little bit more of cleaning up to do. But something cool came in while we were working on everything. This is a tube notcher, so let me put you guys down real quick, and then we'll go through this and show you exactly what we have in here. Let me set you guys up a little higher. All right, so I messed around with this a little bit, and this is the part that the tube actually goes in, and I had to trim down the base on this. So this is it's like the medium, I don't know how you say, it was like in the middle of for like price wise. These go anywhere from like 350, somewhere like 2,000 down to like 80 bucks, or like the Harbor Freight one, which didn't really look that sturdy, and that was like 70 bucks. But it's actually pretty simple. I'll put it together real quick. Let me put you guys into a time lapse, and then I'll show you exactly how this thing works. Alright guys, so this is it fully assembled, and the way this thing works is this is a clamp that goes into this V-notch, and it slides out, and it's big enough for, this will fit outside diameter of 3 inches, and that's why I got it, because the biggest I have is a 2.5 Schedule 10, which is the pipe actually ends up being like 2 and like almost 3/4 because it's thicker. So everything that I have that I'm going to use for the turbo kit will be built in here. And the reason why we have this is when we're making any angle cuts, and I'll show you guys when we actually put the exhaust manifold together, it's gonna have some like weird angles where the tubes are gonna go in, and you're gonna want that perfect cut just so you get that clean airflow for each exhaust going into the log manifolds that we're going to be making. And with this, it'll give you precise angle cuts, so you could put a hole saw on this end and drill right into it, whatever angle that you actually need. So this is gonna make it 10 times easier to get nice clean cuts on everything, and making sure that everything just flows well and we don't have any massive gaps, because this is going to get TIG welded and you need like very minimal gaps and very tight tolerances. So this way the whole manifold will be put together right, it'll be welded together right, and we won't have any leaks, cracks, or anything like that. So I'm trying to do this as professional as I can possibly do it in a regular garage. I have a couple more tools coming in to help along with the process, and I also ordered the wastegate and blow off valves. Those were the last things that I needed to order. We did get the body kit for all the dots and stuff, so the body kit's coming. The dustless blaster's coming. I can go pick up the power washer whenever. And I think that's it. I ordered everything that I possibly needed. Oh, I did need a new radiator support, and I'll show you, somehow this thing got destroyed and the radiator's being pretty much held up by the hoses. So we'll have that fixed, but I'm really excited this came in. This was like one of the big things that I wanted to make sure I got, and I hope it's a decent one. It seems pretty well put together. Everything's pretty tight. Got to tighten down the bolts down here to keep this from moving, but everything, I do want to build a stand as well for this, but it's gonna make everything perfect. So I know this is kind of just like almost like a filler in video, but I wanted to get everything done in here as much as I possibly could. So it's just a complete garage, and we can get to just straight working on everything that we need. So we're probably gonna pull the Corvette in, work on that for about 2 weeks, get everything built. And then once I have the exhaust manifolds built, we'll put it back together just so it's drivable and it can move around. Don't have to push it or anything like that, because we're pretty much just taking off the headers and bolting on the flanges to build the exhaust manifold. So once that's all done, we'll do that. And I got to get the oil pan and all that kind of stuff. So we got a lot of stuff coming for that. And in between there, I'll get to spraying down the dots and getting that ready. So once one's out, one's coming right back in, and we're nonstop. We still got some stuff we got to do on the Bronco with the bumpers, and a couple of things that I want to do on the GMC as well. And we're going to get the BMW in here and work on that a little bit. So got a lot of stuff coming. Just wanted to get all this stuff situated, because I kind of just jumped into here without having everything all done. So we're almost there. Everything's looking pretty good and ready to start working on stuff. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you got any questions on what we're going to be doing with the Datsun, Corvette, BMW, GMC, or the Bronco, throw some questions down below. I'll answer anything and steer you in the right direction if you're thinking about turbo or supercharging your Corvette, because it's basically the same stuff that I'm getting you would use if you were doing a supercharger anyway. So yeah, hope you guys are having a good week, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, we're almost at that 2,000 mark, so smash that subscribe button, and I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.